What's going on, guys? Welcome aboard. We're trying something a little bit new today, taking viewer calls, see if we can help some people out. You guys can just call into the meeting and we'll talk for, 5 minutes or so, and then the next person can call in. First time trying this. No idea if anyone wants to call. Everyone's like, why don't you just use Discord? I don't know. I wanted to be like more of a radio show. Why not? I just try things. That's what I do. So, yeah, if you hop in the call, let me know, or you're gonna, and then I'll lock the room. Yeah, so if you live in a different country other than the US and Canada, you have to let me know if you want to call in so I can paste the number for you. I don't know. But I'll just hang out with you until someone wants to call in, and then we'll like talk it out. And I have the voice on stream, so like, what could go wrong, right? What could go wrong? Luckily, they're muted, so they can't come in with like adult videos blaring in the background or whatever. So we'll just wait. If anybody want to do it. I was watching the Dave Ramsey show thing. I was like, what if I tried that with my channel for like dev? But I don't know if anyone would actually join. So we're going to try it out. DJ Fluke taking your calls live. Yeah, it's build your brand. You got struggles, you got issues, need some advice, you can just call and we can talk about it. Jesse, what's up? Juan? Joseph? Do I get most of my recruiter contacts from LinkedIn? Usually on Indeed. I post my resume on Indeed and I get like 9 emails next day. Eric, ring on in if you got questions. Let me know and I'll unmute you, and then when I see someone in here, I'll unmute them and then lock the meeting. You can't limit the amount of people, so I don't know. Oh, you don't agree? I don't agree with almost like anything he says, but I was like, this is a good idea for a show. And the people that call in are just like, pff. Usually Dave Ramsey's like, lower your spending, you're not doing anything fun for the next 5 years until you pay this debt off. Whereas my advice would be, make more money. You'll call if you want, you're really new, dude, we could talk about it. You got questions? I'll answer some questions. Oh, alright, we got someone in here, let me lock it. Who this? Alright, unmute. How's it going, man?
Hey man, good, how are you?
Good. What's up, dude? Welcome to the talk show. You were the first one that had the guts to do it. Welcome aboard. Are you on your? I guess you're watching on your phone. How's this work for you?
It's good. So I have a question.
Yeah, dude.
I normally wouldn't call in, but I got a serious question. So, I took my first job offer.
Okay.
But the only thing is that it's like on the other side of the country. I'm in Edmonton, Alberta, and the job offer's in Halifax. So it's like on the other side of the country. And it's for a startup.
Okay.
So I don't know if I should take it. Like I kind of said it. I already told the guy to take it.
What's that money look like?
50,000
Canadian?
Yeah. So
relocation expenses paid?
No, it's not. It's like a really inexpensive province, but like it's. I want the position, but I don't want to have to like catch a flight and then find a place and all that kind of stuff.
Have you tried to negotiate remote?
No, I haven't.
I'd recommend hitting him with that, because if he's not going to give you relocation, that doesn't seem very fair at all. I'd just be like, hey, look, is there any way we could do remote, at least temporarily? So this is me being me, but like, if he says yes to that temporarily, I would accept it for like 3 months, and on that 3 months, I'd be looking for a new job. And then take that, because money's money at that point.
I think maybe I could, because the position starts on the 7th, and I was like, hey man, I can catch a flight like in the mid of January, because prices are kind of high right now. He's like, yeah man, no problem, that's all good, no worries. So I think I probably could like try to catch something remote. Where I'm coming from is like, it would be my first position, so I don't want to blow it and him be like, forget it.
Man, you got to have that outcome independence and the abundance mentality. The opportunity is you think like this is the only one you're going to get because it's the only one that you've got, but that doesn't mean that's not true at all in any capacity. So
You're right. You're in the States, aren't you, Josh?
yeah.
I think it's a little bit different in Canada. Maybe not. I just see a lot of people getting a lot of opportunities in the States. And here in Canada, I've been applying for like a year. But I've got like front end technologies, like back end technologies. My portfolio is like A1. And majority of like the applications here are like how many years of JavaScript do you know? And like the minimum you can check off is like 4 years. And
Yeah, but
I
we
feel
all
like
know
those
that
are,
doesn't mean anything.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I just don't want to blow it. I really don't.
Okay, so Mike is in the chat. He's also in Canada. He's in Montreal. He got a job for 60, and he doesn't have to go anywhere for it. What? Okay, let me ask you questions. What does your living situation look like, and what are you doing right now for money?
So right now I just live with a roommate. I really want to get out. Really, really do. For money right now, I sell cars. So
Okay.
it's not even fun. I've been doing it for like 5 years.
Okay.
Honestly, no one. I don't think anyone wants to be a used car salesman.
Sure.
Yeah. So I really, really, really want out. Like I will move for this position, but I really don't want to like move across the country for a really low paying position. The only benefit it has for me is that I get experience and I could put that on my portfolio, right?
Well, okay, there's a thing with that. If you get experience, like, are you going to be building proprietary software? Are you going to have to make a new GitHub account to work there? Are you going to be able to indicate that you've actually been coding for the time that you've been working there? Um,
Hmm.
if it's for the money, I would pass. But for the experience, I don't know. I would take it with a deadline in mind. You could do that. You could take it with a deadline in mind and be like, all right, I will work here for X amount. But I would still say your full-time job would be apply to a new job while you're working the dev job. Just keep that on the DL. But
Yeah,
I think that's
that's
really
kind of
doable.
yeah. I would agree with you. That's kind of what I was hoping to do, to like go there, throw it on my resume, and because I'm all over LinkedIn and Indeed, and I'm always getting hit up by recruiters
Hmm.
because my job experience is like um, freelance, so they think I'm doing work, but I only have it set as that so they can contact me.
Right. Okay.
So
I would recommend if you take it with a deadline. But before you do that, do two things: negotiate for remote or attempt to get remote. If he says no to remote, ask for more money just to cover relocation, and I think that's very fair. If anything,
okay,
you shouldn't have to pay for your plane ticket and move your stuff over. That's on him. Like he wants you. Hey, you got to pay for
right,
that, man. It's like when you pay to be somewhere, um, like at a job or it's like a paid internship where you have to pay to be. That's like, come on. It seems a lot of people are saying 50K is a lot. Wait, is a lot for junior in Canada so good? Oh yeah, yeah, I think it's pretty good too. Actually, I don't really know the amount in Canada for junior devs, but it seems pretty reasonable.
our dollar's like we have like 78 cents on your dollar, so it's probably like
It's like
43 grand
someone
US.
someone did the math and said it was 36. But it doesn't matter because living expenses it's all relative. So dollar to dollar doesn't matter. It's just the living expenses that matters. So, okay. So that's what I would do. Look for remote,
Yeah, man.
and then if he says no, or maybe partially, that's okay. So obviously you got those 3 months. I would try to be like, oh, well, I'm going to be here for 3 months. I got to wrap some things up, prepare for the move. If he's not going to give you that move money, and if he says no to that, then be like, well, can I get some move money? Because right now I'm working this current job, and I didn't know upon acceptance of this job that I was going to have to move over. So, I don't know. You have a few arguments that I think you could leverage there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try for the remote because he did say for the few days that I wasn't there that he would kind of like just email me the stuff, add me to the Slack channel, and get the ball rolling. So if I could do that, that'd be
Dude,
gold.
definitely do that.
Thanks so much, Josh. I'm gonna follow you. Do you have Instagram? I'll follow you on Instagram.
Yeah, it's just my name on Instagram.
Oh, cool, man. I'll see you in the chat.
All right, man. See ya.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Yep, see ya. All right. So that was the first person. I don't know where my meeting went. Like I can't find it on my start bar. Sign in, join a meeting. Oh, he exited the meeting, I think. Interesting. Okay. In Canada, is it removed? It's not hard salary, but it depends if you're a city. So he said it was like in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, if you're in the chat, check out the Discord. We're always there, hanging out. So let me make a new meeting, I guess. All right. Back to meeting. Got it up. All right. So manage participants. Unlock meeting. All right. So next person can call in if you want. Call the phone number on the screen, ask for Josh. No, you have to call the number for US or Canada and then enter the meeting ID below to get to the room. So if you're in a different country other than US and Canada, you have to tell me so I can find that number for you. John Bianco, you just transitioned from remote. Best thing you can live somewhere cheap and work somewhere expensive. Yep. So you work remote from like San Francisco. Live that dream. Sounds complicated. You just call the number and it says, please enter meeting ID. And then that's it. You're in. Leslie, what's up? How do you join the call? Okay, yeah, so you got that. Should you still apply for entry-level jobs if you're having trouble with conditional statements? You can apply while you learn. 100%. You're calling Josh direct on his cell phone? You can call him if you want. We could talk it out. So yeah, I guess we'll just hang out till the next person joins, and I'll just answer some questions. Any startup ideas for who? For me? I don't know. Startup means you got to get that capital, or you bootstrap it and get it yourself. Oh geez, like 4 people joined. All right, so I'll unmute one person at a time, and then so you guys can hear me. So I'm gonna unmute the first one, and we'll talk it out real quick. Let me lock it. What's up, man?
Hey, Josh, this is Mike.
What's up, Mike? How's it going, man?
Doing great. Got a really interesting question for you.
Okay.
So, basically, it's more of a workplace question. Specifically, let's say you work in a office and you're writing some code with some people that's been around for like a long time. And let's suppose that these people are kind of like really good at what they do, but they're also stuck in their old ways. Now, not saying that like basically being stuck in your old ways is necessarily bad, but it's also not good that you can't really take kind of like a new view on solving a problem. So question goes like this. What would you do in that situation? Like, how would you convince people that stuck in their old ways to A, consider new possibilities, and to B, kind of venture out in the tech world?
So, okay, the answer, unfortunately, is it's not on you, it's on them. Like, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. That's exactly what's going on right now. So what I typically do is just try to present information and have some reasons why, and then be like, here you go. And I think, because normally if you, like, I don't know if you've ever been to the subreddit that's like, changed my mind, but like, no one's mind ever gets changed. Everyone just wants to duke it out. And I feel like I just present information, plant a seed, leave it there, and then I walk away. Like, are you trying to get them to switch to something? Like, is it urgent, or they're just stubborn devs?
So specifically, it's not like, oh, let's all go away from C++ and go into C# or Java or something like that, or Perl or Ruby. It's more of like, let's say we need this new feature, and the feature essentially requires knowledge of WebSockets. So they're basically saying, why do we want WebSockets? So it's something like that.
So there's like two real things that you could do. Make a PowerPoint or some sort of presentation with arguments of why it would be better to do it this way and the benefit, like the thing that you're missing out that of the technology you're using now, and then the benefit of whatever you would get using sockets. But otherwise, I think they're just stubborn devs. This is a problem with devs in general. They my way is the best way, and there's a little bit of elitism, right? You've been to Stack Overflow. Just look at any reply. But unfortunately, okay, so there's another thing you should think about when working with senior devs. Is a lot of senior devs think they know a lot, and years on the job doesn't mean years experience. Like, you could work at a job for 5 years, but do you have 5 years experience or 1 year experience 5 times? And people start to let that get to their head when they've been to a job for a certain amount of time. But I wish I could be like, say this exact phrase, and then they're good to go. But like, I can't. I don't know. This is a difficult question, but I would just come with the pros and cons, just like a list of pros and cons. Or maybe you could gain some leverage if you convince some other people besides that dev specifically why, and then you come as like 3 people and you just kind of outnumber him.
So, you mind if I put another question up?
Sure, and then we got another one, or 2 more people.
Okay, cool. So my last question is this. Let's say you work on a team and you're like basically the junior of the squad, but let's say you start a brand new project with them and you go through your first code review with them. And what they submit is basically like, let's just say for sake of argument that it's like FizzBuzz. Mm-hmm. And instead of writing like small little utility functions to kind of do repeated parts of the code, it's just an entire wall of copy pasta. So this is for a senior dev submitting the code to you to learn from. So how would you react to that?
His bad code?
Yes, the copy pasta is very bad.
Have you explained the concept of technical debt to him?
Yes.
So it sounds like he just doesn't... It sounds like it would challenge him if anything that you do is going to challenge him, and it sounds like he's going to take a defensive back foot on almost anything you do. I would react the same as you. To answer your question, I would react and be like, what is this? You're supposed to be teaching me what to do, not the other way around. And that's how you know that experience thing, like, he's just been there but not actually like working his way up there. At least that's my opinion, I guess. Well, like,
okay,
I would just be like, is there any way we could simplify this? Or what if, I don't know, maybe present your solution of how you would simplify that and the benefit of how that would scale better later on. And then if he's still like, yeah, it doesn't matter, let's get it done, then sometimes it's like, okay, well, what's the deadline look like? And other times it's just like, this guy's not trying and he's kind of checked out. That's kind of what it seems like to me. But basically just present the argument and then present your solution to that. So you can't ever just be like, this isn't working, and then just like leave that and just be like, I don't like this isn't working. There always has to be like, this isn't working, I don't like that, and this is why, and this is my alternative. You have to have like those extra 3 things. You probably know all this, but that's what I would do. Just write it down on paper or in an email and CC some people. I don't know. Is that like the CTO? Go to the CTO and be like, your dev is doing this? Like, I don't want to be that guy and like call him out, so I'd like to keep this between us, but like, is there any way? Have you just tried going over him, which is, not super good in a corporate environment, but it's your career and you're getting stunted by crappy code that you can't learn from.
Yeah, like I've been down that line. Unfortunately, like CTO is always too busy with CTO stuff, and so he doesn't really have the time to say, okay, let me sit down and talk to XY and tell them like, look, we really gotta basically step up your game, bro. They don't really like have the time to do that, So it's kind of hard for me.
Okay, and so the alternative is, do you deal with it, or do you get a new job that cares about quality? I know, right? So that's a huge decision. That's not an easy thing to make. It's a pretty big decision. So I don't know. You're in a kind of stuck But those were my ideas. Like email, problem, reason why, solution, and then maybe try and get 2 or 3 other people that agree with you, that at your level of dev. And then just be like, all right, let's all, or I'm going to email them, I'm going to CC you guys. I don't know, a little bit of peer pressure in the workplace, especially if he's being stubborn, might go a long way. Thank you.
Good advice, man.
Thank you for calling into Dr. Josh. No, man, hopefully it helps.
You should
Sorry.
be a therapist.
I should be a therapist. I'm just trying to help. Really, I don't know. I don't know if my advice actually is like something you would take away, but I hope so.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you open a coffee talk or something next time.
For sure. Absolutely, man.
Cool.
All right, dude. Thanks for calling.
Peace out.
See ya.
Cool. Bye.
All right, we got next up. What's going on, man?
Hey man, how are you?
I'm good. You?
Good. I'm Roberto. Do you know Roberto Diaz from Atlanta, from Georgia?
Oh, Robert. Yeah, dude. What's up, man? You're in the chat. I see you. It's been a while. You got that job, new job.
Yeah. Thanks to you and your advice. So that made me, get a new job now. And well,
Nice.
And my question is, for example, I was going to school, and I decided just to skip one semester because I didn't have money to pay for my tuition.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided just to study and improve my portfolio and stuff like that. And I ended up having the job. And right now, I don't know if I should go back to school and finish, or I should just stay at my job. I just have 3 more classes to take. What's your take on that? Because, I have people that pressure me, for example, family and girlfriend, they're trying me to just finish it. But to be honest, I work almost 10 hours per day, and also I work out, and I also trying to study on 2 hours per day, something like that, and I barely have time. So
All right.
what should I do?
Let me ask you your thoughts on this. Will finishing that degree give you a direct increase in pay? And do you plan to be a CTO someday?
Nope.
No to both questions?
Nope. Yeah, both questions. No. I just trying to, first of all, I'm trying to pay my loans that I have in school,
Okay.
and eventually save some money to get into real estate.
Okay. What? So you just wanna go the entrepreneur, buy some houses and stuff, and then passive income life?
Yeah, something like John Summers.
Oh yeah. So that's
Something
what he
like
does. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's what he did. He rented his house out to his buddies, and then he just saved and bought his first house and a second house, etc. That which is totally doable. Definitely doable. The main difficulty that you're going to have is scaling your pay really fast to make enough for down payments on multiple houses. But I don't think it's worth it then. To be honest, to answer your question mainly, I don't think it's worth it to go back. And well, you could maybe try this and be like, look, hey company that I work at, I got 2 classes left. Is there any way we could work out some night school tuition reimbursement? I can work an extra hour every day. I don't know. Don't offer that. Don't offer that extra hour until they say no, and then offer that. But yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna do that. I'll try just to take 1 class per semester maybe, because I have 3 left.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
That was
man.
it, and
Thanks for calling.
keep it up, Josh. You've been very helpful to me, and I'll be always thankful to you.
Yeah, man. I'm in Georgia next week. Maybe we can grab I would say coffee, but I'm not a huge coffee. I don't know. Maybe we can hang out, make a video. That'd be cool.
Sure.
Message me on Discord or shoot me an email, and we'll make it happen.
Sure, of course. Yeah, I'll send you an email.
Yeah, dude. Sounds good. Thanks for calling, man.
Have
right.
a good one.
You too. See ya.
See you.
All right. I missed someone. Someone left waiting on me. I'm sorry. There were 3 people that joined. I just went down the list. I unlocked it again so you can call back. I don't know if this is actually entertaining for you guys. I just figured we'd try it. I thought it was kind of entertaining watching other radio shows, but like doing this kind of makes me look like I'm putting myself in a position of like I know everything, which let me just go ahead and say that I do not. Yeah, just print your degree out and then paste your name on it and just Photoshop it in there. No one will even know. It's not they're not gonna call up the university and be like, yo, did he go here? Like, I don't know. You love it. You hope you do others. Alice loves it. You like the content. Okay. Well, it's unlocked. So if you guys want to join, the numbers are open. I feel like I can give better answers to just text because people can give context to what they're talking about. Your overlay is dead. Oof. There we go. It's back. I clicked on the wrong thing. There you go. It's back. I'm sorry. Zach, I'm waiting for you to call in from your cubicle, dude. Where are you at? Just tell your manager you're talking with a client. Josh, man of the people. I'm just trying to help. How can you pass from beginner to Python intermediate? You're coding since September and you learned differently since the fundamentals. You wonder if you should strengthen your skills or make projects. Make projects to strengthen your skills. Yeah, Roberto's here. He just called in. Man of the people. Right there. Thanks for being willing to do it. I don't think I'm being mean. I'm just real. And scenarios most of the time. Good morning. Sitting at the in-laws right now watching soap operas, trying not to. You should just call in. This is more entertaining than a soap opera. You would call, but you're sitting in the office. Oof. Tell me you're with a client. Vim, Nano, or Emacs. Obviously Visual Studio Code. I don't want to learn the hotkeys for any of those. I can't. Tyler, you gotta call the number, fam. Call the number, enter meeting ID. You just followed me since last month. Congratulations. You really appreciate the value and experience. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate the comment. For only $99 for 3 easy payments of $99.99, you can call into the show and get my advice. So silly. Mac or PC? I'm on a PC. Whatever you want to use, you go ahead and do that. We've tried to discuss the pros and cons of each, and it never works. Mac easier to set up terminal and stuff? True. Comes pre-installed with a lot more languages. PHP is easier. Unix is the real MVP. You can get Windows pretty close though. I think it's open, unless the number changed. Doesn't look like the number changed. Join. Nope, number's still the same. If you're in a different country, let me know. Aramis, what's up, man? Hackintosh is the real answer. Hackintosh is still limited to hardware. That's the only thing. Some hardware just straight doesn't work with macOS. I thought that this stream would get more views than it did. I thought we'd be at like 150. Maybe I should change the stream title to be like, let's get you a job.
Auto shutdown initiated.
Okay, headset. That's what happens if there's no sound. Alright, music back on. Hey Alexa, call Josh. +1 408 638 0968. You can't do it. What does it say?
Auto shutdown cancelled.
No one will watch this. Bet. Wait, did someone call? Oh, we got one. We got one. All right. What's up, my dude? Hold on. How's it going, my man?
It's going, my man.
Craig, get out of here.
It's Craig. I have a question.
What's up, Craig?
Okay, so I know you don't drink coffee, you don't drink alcohol, you take pre-workout drinks, all this stuff. Okay, I'm an old dude. I don't have this energy, man. You're like up 20 hours a day. How in the hell do you have the energy to do this stuff, man? That's what I need to know, because I drink caffeine and I'm still tired all the time.
Maybe it's because
I'm old.
Maybe it's because you drink caffeine all the time. Also,
Well, I don't drink caffeine all the time.
I know
but
what what your day to day looks like, but I don't know what you eat on the day to day.
I eat whatever I can find. I only
that's
eat
probably-
like once a day. I only eat like once a day, maybe twice a day.
You gotta
I
be
used to
careful with
skip
what
breakfast.
if you don't eat that much. You gotta be careful what you eat because your blood sugar is gonna spike twice a day, and then it's gonna come back down, and you're gonna start to feel tired.
Yeah, I think you should do a whole video just on like what you eat or what people eat or what you should eat. Because when I go to the grocery store, I buy what's quick and easy because I'm cooking for one, and leftovers go bad and all that stuff. And I'm just saying, I'm trying to balance all this, well, when I was at work, and then eating and food and not buying food that gets wasted, but eating the right stuff. And I feel like even now I have all this extra time and I'm freaking tired all the time. And I know part of it's my age and all that stuff, but I'm saying as far as people that are doing this and, trying to work a job and learn to code or working a dev job and crazy hours and stuff like that, I just, I don't even know where to start on, like a meal plan kind of thing.
All right, Craig, I have one. I'll send it to you, PDF. I'll send you some options for what you want, because
Is it three payments of $49.99?
exactly 3 payments of $49.99 plus $49.99 shipping and $49.99 in handling. So it's not shipping and handling. Sorry, the handling is
Okay.
So
It's inside the U.S. Does that save you money?
yeah. So that's actually a fee. It's $2.99 because you're inside the U.S. So thanks for supporting the country.
Okay, no problem. All right, man. I just I'm throw out stupid questions all the time, but I actually had a legitimate one this time.
You could try Blue Apron, Courts. That's a pretty good idea. I don't know how much your budget is for food, but you could try Blue Apron. They send you pretty healthy stuff.
I
That'd be a
really
good
don't
start.
have a budget. That's probably part of the problem.
All right,
It's kinda,
all right. I would look at what you spent last month on food in your bank account, and then maybe consider Blue Apron.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'll have my secretary look for that PDF file from you, and then we'll cut a check immediately.
Okay. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Hey,
dude.
bye.
Later, dude. What's up, man?
Hello.
Hey, it's really loud. Whatever you have in the background, is that me?
Hello.
Hey, can you turn down the stream in the background? I can hear myself through your phone.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
How are you?
I'm good. How's it going? How can I help?
I'm doing pretty good. So how is your day going?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm watching you.
Okay, so can you hear me on the phone or the stream? Which one do you hear
Yes.
first?
The phone.
Okay, yeah, all right. So let's use that audio then. Yeah, it's good. It's good. So, yeah, what's up?
Have you ever did this before?
Nope, I have no idea what I'm doing. Same thing every day. Is there like a question or?
Have you ever played Truth or Dare with your friends?
This is a soundboard, right? Yeah, this is.
I'll maybe call you back. I have to go.
This is a soundboard. It got me. Ooh, guys, we almost took the bait. It's not a soundboard. That sounded like a soundboard. I'll maybe call you back. I have to go right as I say that. Someone calling in with the... It's just a creeper. How's your day going? And it's going good, I guess. Dude, can you imagine the kind of like the compilations? If I did this on the regular, she'd turn down the volume though, right? But that doesn't mean anything. If I did one of these, like a compilation of creepy calls, because I imagine that's why they're all muted when they come in. Anyways, it's open. It's not locked. So if you have a question, call on in. Probably a type-to-speech app. Zach knows what's up. She's watching you. Josh, now you know why radio shows have a call screener. I don't know how to handle... I spent my entire day yesterday trying to figure out how I could set this up. Who's Chris Hansen on the other end? Have a seat over here. Close your blinds. Yo, Josh, what are some good side jobs to do while learning how to code? Your side jobs need to be like freelancing and stuff. So go walk down the road to anywhere and be like, yo, can I make you a site? Or even if they already have a site, don't let that be to determine if you're going to do it or not. Like, so what, they have a site, make a better one. Well, I can't even recreate that one. Well, now you have a challenge. Kyle knows. Kyle made what was it, $8.50 I think you charged? Advice for new remote workers. What kind of advice? How far are you in machine learning course? Not too far. People use Squarespace and WordPress and stuff. I mean, I get that too. It doesn't cut it, but it doesn't mean that it's not doable. There are a lot of people who don't know what Wix and Squarespace is. Can we hear the caller? Oh, there's no one here yet. All right, someone call.
Hello?
What's going on?
Hi.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. What can I help with?
Good. So I have a question. I've been getting a lot of calls from like recruiters lately.
Okay.
And they always have this one question that I don't know how to answer. And it's, have you been getting interest from other recruiters, and how have those like calls gone, and have they gone to fruition? Like, how do you answer that?
So pretty much I just kind of I don't really answer it, to be honest, because why they're asking the question because a lot of the recruiters get the same job posts. Like a job will send it out to like 6 different recruiting agencies, and you can just be like, oh yeah, actually, so you want to know if I've like working with another recruiter for the same position? No. Usually I just say no. Because
No, okay.
if you're in like the 6th stage of another recruiter's interview process, they're not going to want to work with you because you're more invested on probably taking that next job offer rather than starting a new search. I would just say no in general. But I don't really answer like I'm not mean about it, but I'm just like, oh yeah, no, I haven't. Yeah, you're the first person. Because, you know, they're trying to make money on your money because they make a profit off of what your salary is. So, yeah, I mean...
And then I have another question about recruiters, too. So
Sure.
A lot of the recruiters that I've been talking to are, like, not technical. Like, they don't understand, like, the technology that they're recruiting for. Like, how do you explain, like, freelance work is valuable work? Or, like, yeah, React hasn't been around for 9 years. How am I going to have 9 years of experience?
Do they say that to you? Do recruiters say that to you?
I've had recruiters say, oh, well, 3 years of freelance web development isn't enough for a junior development role. Thanks for your application, bye.
What do you call that? Is there a reason that you call it freelance?
Well, that's what I was doing.
Were you getting paid for your jobs?
I stopped calling it freelance. What?
Were you paid for the jobs that you did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the thing is, when you put freelance, 400 other junior devs are putting freelance when in reality they just made their mom a website. And so you're legit freelance, and everyone else just says I'm freelance. They didn't make any money. They never had to deal with a client or a client with any real expectations because there's no money involved versus yours. So I would stop calling it freelancing and use the word consulting, if anything. Because now like people are coming to you, you're giving them value, where freelance can almost be seen as the other way, like you're constantly looking for stuff because you're not sure of your value.
Okay.
That's what I would recommend.
Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks for calling.
Yeah. Bye.
Have a good one. Someone hung up. We had another person there, and then they hung up. Independent contractor is going to be rough. I'd be careful with independent contractor. She sounds really nice. She was nice. Thank you. Appreciate you. All the lurkers out there actually, like, they never type in chat, and then they just call, I guess. You'd hire her? Guys, don't be creeps. Welcome aboard. How can I help?
Yo!
What's up?
Hey man, I got a question for you.
Sure, dude. What's up?
What's the wave right now, man? Are we going with Angular or React?
I would say React. It has more jobs. Angular's better for MVC type jobs. So you learn Angular, you can do Laravel, Ruby on Rails, all that. But React is more popular. At least it's growing faster than Angular.
Yo!
Is this for real?
What about Node or Java?
Bruh. Get out here. Welcome aboard. How can I help you?
What's up, dude? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool. So, just wanted to say I've been watching your videos for probably 6 months now, so definitely a fan. Just a quick question for you though, man.
Sure.
I am getting ready to graduate a boot camp program. I just learned the MERN stack. I just finished up my first full stack website.
Okay.
With that being said, when I'm done with my program, is there anything that you could recommend being there that you've been there before for me to do?
What was the program you said? What was the stack?
MERN.
So, I mean, they're giving you projects to do, right?
Correct. I'll have a portfolio done and I think 3 different projects on it by then, including a group project. But I don't know, from the research that I've done, I feel like when you come out of these programs, you're not maybe necessarily job ready, but then again, that could just be imposter syndrome also.
Have you been applying to jobs already?
A few, yeah.
Got any responses?
Yeah, quite a few.
Can you repeat that?
I said, yeah, quite a few.
And then what stage are you in for that? For, what's your furthest?
What?
How close are you to a job offer at any of those?
So one of them, they're getting ready to fly me out to Illinois to interview me on site for, but I have a lot of previous experience from my past, and a lot of it kind of comes from that. It's a lot of management, but it does involve recreating their forum site and their main website. So it does involve coding, but it kind of doesn't at the same time. I feel like I'm going to be more of a project manager. That's not really where I want to go.
Don't take that.
So
abort. I would take it if you had to for money, for more money, I guess, if it gives you more money. But I wouldn't. Yeah. So, are you freelancing anywhere? Are you making people apps besides your school's project apps?
No, not currently.
What are you doing on the weekends?
Learning React for the most part.
But isn't that what you do at your boot camp?
Yes.
So I would take your weekends and I would diversify slightly, just so that you could apply to more jobs, and then you could have basic level knowledge and be like, well, that's not actually my specialty. I actually went for MERN, but I've been learning this on the side. So I'd find a couple jobs that you like and then learn that thing on the side, so you can have a conversational level of knowledge about it, and then say that, well, look, this is my actual deep skill set here, concepts transfer, but I don't know what else you want to learn. I would still recommend that you learn more than just React. Like maybe.
I mean, it's.
Go ahead.
I mean, like, obviously, I feel like, I don't know, I know more than React, but I think I was more looking for, like, would it be best to hop into an actual, like, job where I'm getting paid from an employer, 9 to 5, whatever have you, or would it be better to just, like, freelance, or, as you said with, I think one of the previous callers, consult with others? Because I do have a pretty decent background in sales as well, so I feel like freelancing wouldn't be particularly hard.
How are you going to get those clients? What's your plan?
I mean, I haven't even thought about it yet, to be completely honest.
Okay.
That's kind of more where I'm going towards. Like, do you feel like it'd be a good idea to go towards the freelance or to go to that 9 to 5?
Initially, okay, there's a couple things. I don't know your living situation. I don't know how you currently make money. And then the second would be, I would work a 9 to 5, and then every minute past that 5 would be freelance until you get enough to just do freelance and then quit the 9 to 5. Because what you need is
so
go ahead.
I'm pretty steady as it is. I run a community of like 13,000 gamers, and that's pretty much my income. So I'm pretty set on that.
If you don't need income, freelance all day, dude. If you don't need income, okay. I would build a brand and get your name there, and like all the people that you manage, I would ask them if they ever needed anything, or if they know someone that needs something. Because if you already manage something, is it yours? Like, do you own it?
Yes.
Okay, so you already Go ahead. So you already have a brand, but you have to get the word out that your brand now also encompasses my ability to make you an application. So you have access to people, you have access to a platform. That is what it's all about. Now you can point eyes to it. The thing is, the eyes that you can point to it are gamers, not necessarily people looking for, to buy something from you. But you could, I'm sure one of them out there has something that they want that you could make. But the thing with freelance is that you're not going to be making buku's amounts of money off the bat ever. And I don't think you need a 9 to 5, and it doesn't really sound like you want the 9 to 5, as I don't. So I would just work on freelance and building a brand. And do you have YouTube or something? You don't have to say what it is if you don't want.
I do not.
Okay, so you need to get your name out there, and then your main call to recognition will be the thing that you already own, which is those 13,000 people. Well, you don't own them, but you can point eyes, and then you'd be like, oh, by the way, I'm now doing this, and then those people can tell other people. I'm sure if you send out an email, I don't know if you have access to them, but I'm gonna guess you do. If you send out an email, it's like, hey, guys, I've been running this for a while. I've been expanding my skill set, and I can now develop websites. So if you guys are out there, you want anything from me, and then maybe offer something in return. I don't know how you monetize it, but maybe offer some digital asset that doesn't have an upfront cost for free if they do something.
Cool.
Does that help?
Cool. Do you have another caller?
I have, I just looked. Yeah, there's like 4 people.
All right, cool. Then I'll let you go. Thanks, man.
Yeah, dude, I hope it helped, for real.
No, it does. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You too. See ya.
See ya. All right. How's it going? Welcome aboard. How can I help? Perfect. How's it going? What's up?
Hello?
Hey, man.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I've been watching your videos for a long time, so I'm really enjoying the content. Am I not muted?
No, this is live.
Oh,
we're good.
Sorry about that. Sorry, no, because I heard the other caller and I didn't know if we were both speaking.
No.
So I'm mainly a backend engineer, and I've been slowly developing a lot of APIs for people, and I'm trying to move to, I guess, that full stack area. And I wanted to know, when the full stack question comes in, do I dedicate my time to mobile, or do I go to HTML, JS, CSS and then move on to like a framework of some sort. So I'm trying to figure out what the order I should do things, or which route should I take over another.
All practical purposes, I would say go with the web dev side because web dev can do mobile dev. But if you learn native mobile dev, you can't make web. So,
okay.
I mean, you learn React, you got React Native. Now you got web, now you got mobile. You learn iOS, now you have iOS, and like that. You know what I mean? So that's what I would go with.
Okay. All right, awesome. Do you suggest any resources specific for those front-end stacks?
What do you already know?
So I've mainly worked with Java, Scala, Kotlin. I've worked with some HTML and JS. It just never really clicked. So I guess I have to dedicate more time to that area. But yeah, I've mainly just done backend.
What resources do you know?
Let's see, Udemy. That's mainly what I use to pick up some stuff. I've been using it to pick up Kafka. I've used Udacity before, but those are the only two real things I've used.
Okay, so the most popular one you're going to get is FreeCodeCamp, but it's just text-based. And they have a YouTube channel, so you can watch that all day. I made a video the other day. It was like 20 resources. And you don't even have to watch the video. Just pause the video, or maybe watch it for 5 seconds so I get that view. But then scroll down. I'm just kidding, you don't have to. And then scroll down at the bottom, and I put a link to everything. For everything. So if I just repeat those.
Okay, I see it. Yeah. Nice. Okay, I'll totally go there. Thank you so much.
Cool, dude. I hope it helped.
Thank you.
All right, man. See ya.
Bye.
What's the calling number's on the screen? How's it going, man? Hello?
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
How's it? What can I help with?
Hi. Oh, thank you so much for taking my call. I got kitties in the background.
It's all good.
But yeah, I was just calling because I'm also in the Salt Lake City area, and I was like, oh yay. But also, basically, I'm trying to go the independent route and just teach myself how to code with a bunch of the resources. So I watch a lot of your videos and a few other people. I tried to see if you had interviewed some like ladies. When you do your interviews. So I was just wondering if you could give some perspective on that, because I noticed it's mostly guys, so it's different. I feel like, for women and, especially if you have family, like kids, and then also, when it's time to go on those job interviews and, you talk about, knowing your worth, and as far as like pay, considering there's like a pay gap between women and men, I'm just worried about when I get to that point of, what I should say as far as when it comes to like women in the tech field and, pay.
So this is
and I feel like, oh, well.
Oh, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So
I was just saying, like, I feel like if I get there and then they're like, oh, well, she's asking for too much. We're just not going to go with her. We'll just go with this guy over here who accepts less,
So there's a few things. Not going to deny that doesn't exist, and I'm going to say this is very company dependent. And the reason why, okay, let me answer. There's two questions, right? So what do you say? And then why do I don't interview girls? It's not that I don't interview girls. No one's wanted to do it. I've asked a bunch of people, but no one's wanted to do it because mainly there's a lot of creepers on the net. I interviewed one, my previous coworker, and if you go look at the comments on that video, it's just nonstop creepy comments because they don't know how to communicate. So
was that the girl with the glasses? I saw that video.
Yeah, she's totally self-taught. Yeah. Oh no, that was Stephanie. She wasn't my coworker. She was a student at Open Classrooms. If you go watch the one that's interview with self-taught dev, she's totally self-taught, and she's encountered exactly what you're talking about, and she's told me about it. Like, some companies won't hire her because she doesn't have a family, and they're assuming that she's going to have one, and they don't want to hire her because then she's gonna like take the job and then take maternity leave in like 2 months or whatever, because that's And then she's also explained to me some companies are just like, they just straight up discriminate, and they're like, yeah, no, we're not going to pay you as much. And then there's some companies that don't really care. They like, you could call in with a voice modifier and sound like Yoda, and no one would really care because all they want to see is your GitHub. And I would try to find those companies, but the problem with that is that I can't be like, here's a list. That's the thing. You just have to apply and then get to stage 5, which I know is super annoying because after 5 interviews, you've already given 120% 5 times, and you're just like, I just want this job. And then you get there and they're like, oh, it's too much money. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because see, I'm transferring over, well, sort of, but I have a background in instructional design.
Okay.
So it's it's kind of, we don't really are expected to code, but I found a few jobs that they actually want an instructional designer who knows how to code, and that's kind of how I fell into this. I was like, oh, I think that's where my field is going, so I better start learning code quickly, unless these are startups who are looking for someone who's like a jack of all trades who can do it all. So that's why I started this. So, I already have a bachelor's, I already have a master's, but they're in other things. It's mainly in instructional design. So I feel like if I go in there, they're like, oh, you're a self-taught coder, great. You have a master's degree, okay, but I don't want to pay you all that, so I'm just going to lowball you. Well, and so that's why I'm kind of like, I don't really know what to
ask for the same thing that I would ask for, or a male counterpart would ask for. Ask for the same thing, and then look at Glassdoor and have that as your argument. Well, this is your average pay. Like, this is what you pay according to the people that work here. And this number is on the low end of that. Why? And if they give you something like, well, blah, 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 now you can use your qualifications. And then another thing, like, your bachelor's and master's, you can use that as leverage. If you can figure out how to make that work in the interview, or if you have the presence of mind, even think about that, because a lot of times you're so nervous and it's hard to think about that. But they might think you're overqualified. That's also another thing. I don't know if you've ever considered taking your master's off and just not putting that.
Yeah, I have experienced that, where people are like, oh, you've got a master's, you're not going to want to come here for, whatever thousand per year. So they just won't even want to deal with me. So sometimes I have taken that off. It's just such a sticky place because, I do have a family and, I do have kids, and that's why I haven't gone to the boot camp route, because they want you available for like all day long, like 9 to 5. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, with kids, you can't really do that. Who's going to pick them up from school type deal. So it's, that's why I'm kind of going like my own route to teach myself, and just kind of soak up as much information as I can, so that way I can, just get it in while I can, because I can't just completely go 8 hours straight in a code boot camp.
Oh, no, definitely do it yourself. I'm all about it. It's just, you got the structure, you got the motivation to do it, then definitely do it. And that's what I was saying, like, yesterday. Like, some people are like, I can do this, and then, like, 3 days later, they're like, I quit. And it's like, oh, okay, come on. Yeah. So I'm all pro do it yourself if you can. I wish I could have, but I wasn't there mentally yet. I think what I would do is, because it's illegal to discriminate based on all of those things, right. I would stick to your Glassdoor facts and your median salary for that pay. I mean, people like Mike here, he's like 19. He's been discriminated because of his age. There's another dude I interviewed, mm-hmm. Wolfie. He's 19. He's been discriminated because of his age, because he looks young. That's it. He doesn't look like he's 25. And they're thinking that he doesn't have business knowledge to know enough to counter that. And because it's your first job offer, you don't want to blow it. And that's the thing. Right. And it's like, it doesn't matter if you blow it, because if someone's lowballing you, they're trying to take advantage of you. They don't respect you. Come on. Like, I wouldn't want to work for them anyways. That's just me. Like, at the end of the day, you're working for someone else, and they're taking $1 for every quarter that you get. And so everyone gets lowballed, and discrimination definitely happens. I'm sure you get lowballed for that reason. And other people get lowballed because of how old they are. Like, older people, younger people, people are just people. And that's why I'm always like, don't put your picture on your resume, because that's my main reasoning. But
gotcha. Okay. So I put my picture up on like all my social media and like my GitHub and stuff. Should I just not have to do that?
Yeah, no, GitHub's fine. Do whatever you want on GitHub, just like on your resume, because that's the first thing they open usually. Yeah. Okay. But just stick to the facts.
Well, you've been very helpful. Sure. Okay, so I should just go in there and approach them like a dude, like, hey, this is what I want.
That's what I do. I catch them off guard.
Okay, because your friend might have experienced it. Sometimes it's different for women. When we go in there and we start talking like, okay, this is what I want, this is what I'm gonna. Then they're like, she's a B, she's a, she's got attitude, she's giving me attitude. You're difficult to work with because, you know, you're being assertive as a woman.
That's just dudes uncomfortable in their own skin. Don't even worry about that.
Okay. Well,
I mean, it happens.
Well, I'm going to take your advice.
You have to keep applying to the companies that don't do it. Because my friend, the one that I was talking about earlier with the creepy comments, she works at a great company, and she makes, what's funny is that she makes as much as the CTO. So,
wow.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't care. They were just like, can you do this? Here's a test. Can you make it? And she made it like sub 48 hours. They gave her 48. She made it in like a day. And they were like, yeah, okay, here you go. You're done. Whatever you want.
Oh, nice.
That's all they...
Oh, okay.
You have to find those. That's the difficult part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just have to look for those who, you know, who are looking for me and just be really good at what I do. I'm still in the beginning stages of learning, but I'm trying to really make sure that I know how to code, but, you know, code well and not just try to rush through it and go from there. My final question is Ruby. Do you think after HTML, CSS, I'm supposed to jump into Ruby, or should I just follow what's on the code, the freecodecamp.org curriculum, just go jump right into Java after that?
All right, so there's a couple things that I want to mention. Don't do Ruby. Don't do Ruby because the only thing you'll ever do on a job in Ruby is Ruby on Rails or Sinatra, and both of those are kind of like, they're not legacy, but not a lot of people want to do them because that's not what's growing as fast. So,
gotcha.
But mainly, JavaScript is, you can do that in the console. If you open a browser like Chrome, right-click, inspect, go to the console tab, now you can type JavaScript, and you can just run that there. For Ruby, that's all a backend language. It's got to compile down, you got to send that to the browser, and there's just this whole process. Definitely do JavaScript. That's why they always recommend it everywhere, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. It's because you use JavaScript to manipulate the DOM, and then they expanded it to be Node and a backend, but that's why it's the classic 3 that you see. Avoid, hit the avoid button on Ruby.
Okay, but just basically then follow what's on the Free Code Camp curriculum. Do Java and go on from there.
Yeah, absolutely. What?
Okay.
Okay. So one thing, you keep saying Java, and I'm not trying to be a stickler, but Java is very different than JavaScript. So if you Google Java front end, you're gonna get some weird results. So I'm not trying to be a mean or a douche or anything, but.
Oh yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I remember that there's Java and then there's JavaScript.
Yeah, so stick with JavaScript.
Okay.
Okay.
JavaScript.
Cool.
Okay, thank you so much. I enjoy watching your videos and you're lots of help. So hopefully some more ladies will want to be interviewed because I'm like, oh, where are the ladies? I'd love to get their input, but
so
I don't know, maybe I'll be that person.
Sure, just shoot me an email. We'll make it happen.
Okay.
If you want to tell the story of being self-taught, or if you get a job and you want to tell how you got that, how you negotiated it, and it can be directed, for other women watching, like this is how I did it, etc. I think that'd be good.
Yeah.
So just shoot me an email if you want to, and we'll make it happen. I just have to get it on the calendar, so that's how I work.
Okay, awesome. I'll do that. Thank you so much. It was good talking with you.
Yeah, same to you. Thanks for calling.
Thank you. All right, no problem. Bye.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get a drink of water. I've been talking for an hour and 3 minutes. Hold on. I'm not trying. Like, this is the most politically correct stream that I've ever done. But I'm still like I'm just trying to help. All right. Who do we got next? Yeah, you guys getting weird in the chat. Stay hydrated. I know, right? I'm gonna go get a drink of water. There's one person. I'm sorry, one person, because you've already been in there. Somebody, please let me get some water. I got dry throat. All right. All right, hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. We'll do a few more calls if people want to keep calling. But then I actually have to make that hacking video. How to stay hydrated. Thanks for waiting, guys. If you guys are enjoying the stream, press the smash. If you want to call in, those are the numbers over there. Joshua in the building. Dude, what's up, dude? Love the content. Thanks, man. Hit the avoid button on Ruby. All right. Welcome aboard. How can I help?
What's poppin', family? How you feeling?
Is this Chris?
Yes, sir.
What's up, Chris?
I'm feeling good, man. Hey, I know your mind is already running with this, but I do like, I didn't realize that we had so many female or women participants in the community. That's definitely new
first
to me.
For me. I mean, they get targeted, dude. Creeps, man. Creeps in this. It's the internet.
You're absolutely correct. Yeah, you're absolutely correct, man. I was feeling what they were talking about. Maybe that's a conversation we could have on another day for another video, you know.
Yeah.
And definitely interview one of those. That would be dope. But nah, man, I'm feeling good, man. And you know what happens when I'm feeling good? I want to do a giveaway, but this giveaway, like all the other giveaways, are for freezy, no free. Morningstar, I see a comment. The Grit project will be announced most likely this weekend, but this is a totally separate project. So look, man, we've been waiting for over a decade, and I want everyone in the chat, if you can hear me, if you are a Kingdom Hearts fan, type the number 1 in the chat. If you are a Kingdom Hearts fan, I want you to type the number 1 in the chat right now. This is what I want to do. I want, starting tomorrow, and I'm going to type all of this in the Discord. My bad for hijacking, man. I just was feeling good, man. I want to help the people out.
Oh, Chris, it's okay.
But look, starting tomorrow, I want each Kingdom Hearts fan that is a up and coming developer. I want you to build with whatever stack you want the most unique countdown web page to Kingdom Hearts 3. And on January the 12th, I will announce the winner, and you will receive a free copy of Kingdom Hearts 3 on me. As a matter of fact, I might do two winners, and 2 guys or girls or, dogs will receive a free Kingdom Hearts 3 from me on your doorstep. I will not buy it the day it comes out. I will pre-order it, and you will receive it in the mail the day it comes out. I repeat, starting tomorrow, and all of these details can be found in the Discord chat. I want you guys to work on the most unique Kingdom Hearts 3 countdown web application that you can make. It doesn't have to be anything super fancy. I hope you can deploy it to Heroku or something like that, because I don't want to have to download files to my computer and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Just make it available via a www. Make the coolest Kingdom Hearts 3 countdown page. The winner, most likely 2 winners, will receive a free pre-ordered copy of Kingdom Hearts 3 on whichever console you plan to play it on. That's on PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One. My bad for hijacking your thing, man. You know I like what you got going on, man. We got 143 people in the chat. This is a super dope idea. The way you're handling it is super dope. I know you probably took a lot of time practicing. But yeah, man. Hey, Captain Splash, man, don't get banned, man. We don't boo Kingdom Hearts 3, man. But I'm off the mic. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks, Chris. Oh, he literally just done. All right, we'll do like one more call. Whoever wants to join. Chris loves Kingdom Hearts, and Chris loves anime. So if you want to talk about Kingdom Hearts and you want to talk about anime, hit the Discord. He's always there. Kristen, Facebook groups, Tech Ladies, plus also look in your local area for meetups. It's a good idea. All right, who's in the call? Chris is not marketing. Chris is just Chris. How's it going? How can I help? Hello?
Hello, is this Josh?
Yeah, what's up, man? You can't type out the responses.
Yeah. Yeah, is this Josh?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah, what's up? So I have a question. This computer science degree, is it worth it or not?
Computer science degree, is it worth it or not? I'm gonna tell you negative, and I don't know. If I could do it again, I probably wouldn't do it again. If you want to be a CTO or you want to climb a corporate ladder really high, I would do it, but I don't know what your finances look like. I don't know how you're going to pay for the college to get that computer science degree. It has its pros and cons. If you just want to work in the industry, go work in the industry. But I would consider, is it worth your time for 4 years, and is it worth the possible debt, because I don't know your financial situation, that you could take out. Also, think about the fact that if someone gets a job with a couple of JavaScript projects, full stack projects, and then they get a job after 3 months or 6 months of hustling, you're still in school for another 3.5 years. He's already made it. He's going to get the same starting pay as you, no matter what. College or no college, you both are going to make 55, 60K starting. That's just how it goes. Except he's going to be building experience and building that pay up, and you are still going to be paying for school, looking for that first job.
Okay. So yeah, that's the other question I have.
Okay. What was the other one?
Just wanted your opinion on it.
That's my 2 cents.
All right, thank you, Joe.
Yeah, man. Thanks for calling. Hopefully it helped.
All right, thank you. Bye.
See ya. New phone? Who dis?
What's up, Josh?
Hey, what's up, man?
It's Mike. I got a serious question. No
Okay.
troll.
All right, Mike.
So one problem I've been running into in my everyday life is knowing when I'm working too much. You know, like when I'm having a hard time finding the line of when should I close the computer, go be with my family, you know, all that. I'm having a hard time finding that balance. And I want to know what's your opinion about that.
Do you have a stop working deadline every day?
No.
Make one and do that. Mine is at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. At 7 o'clock, I do not work. Well, I'll moderate one of the premieres that I do, but I won't do anything productive. Just make a stop working deadline, and then.
Is that because you run out of energy and you're tired?
Well, it's a multitude of things. Mainly a deadline, because I have to get shit done inside of that deadline, which makes me work faster. And then number 2, I get tired and I make poor decisions. And then number 3, you need the balance, or you need, I'm sure your family wants to see you. That's the third thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you can do what Trick Logic says, just burn all your relationships. Easiest way to free up time.
That's what it feels like, Like I open up a machine learning article and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Then I look at my phone and it's 2 a.m.
Dude, you gotta have deadlines. You gotta have deadlines for everything you do. And I have issues with kind of sticking, because it's a self-imposed deadline. Nothing really in particular is gonna happen if you don't hit it. But
yeah,
you have to treat it like there will be something that will happen, or at least maybe be a little bit, punish yourself.
That's the
do
hardest
something.
part.
Revoke
that's
something.
That's the hardest part. Knowing there's no nothing's gonna happen. It's the hardest part of getting myself.
Yeah.
I know nothing's gonna happen. I could do it tomorrow, but I gotta do it now.
Dude, you gotta. Okay, so you're kind of in this weird zone. You have a job lined up. You're gonna start it soon, next month, in a couple days, and then you're just building stuff in the meantime. So you're in this comfortable kind of, I would say, complacent state, if we're being honest, from bro to bro. You have to figure out a way to put yourself in uncomfortable positions, and
That's what I'm doing. I told myself that there's no point in me waiting to learn the stack. Once I start working, I might as well start learning it now. I'm learning things I'm interested in now. So I gave myself a project that I want to do, and I gave myself a deadline, and I said, okay, by the time I start working, I want to have at least a project.
That's too vague. You can't say by the time I start working, because that's so vague. You have to have, this week is this task.
I said a week before I start. That was my.
Yeah, but that's vague. You haven't broken it down far enough to make those actionable, because you're like, all right, I'm going to have it, but you have no idea what that means or any of the times you're going to get stuck or find bugs. And so you got to break it down smaller, like maybe week to week. I don't want to be day to day, but maybe Monday to Wednesday, Thursday to Friday, or something.
Yeah, I see, man.
You gotta put yourself on like this death ground strategy, right? So if you know something's on the line, you'll get it done. You'll make it happen, and that's why I use deadlines. So.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you should you should have a stop working list and a stop doing list. So let your mind relax, and then a stop doing list. So keep track of all the things that you do that you know you shouldn't do. Make a list of that, and then like don't do those things. Besides stop working. So
yeah.
Stop working, stop doing list. That's my recommendation. I have one. I have both. So yeah, dude.
Cool.
Hopefully it helped. Brought to you by this
try it
commercial
out.
break. Yeah, seriously, just make it to be like 7 o'clock tonight. Stop working. Play unlimited games, but do not play a single game before that.
Yeah, I see it, man.
Try it.
I'll give it a try.
All right, dude. Later, man.
All right, cool. Shout out to the Discord.
Sure. Yeah, if you want to join, Mike is in the Discord. We made a video the other day. He has a job. He's self-taught Bootcamp, so yeah. Go message Mike. He's Michael in the Discord and on the call, I guess. So yeah. All right, dude. Thanks, fam.
Cool. All right. No, thank you.
Nah, dude, that's all good. All right. Hello, how can I help?
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, man?
Hey, I'm just calling. I'm finishing up with school. I actually went in for an IT degree, started finishing up whatever, and figured out I didn't want to do it. I took some electives on scripting for the web. We got into just basic HTML, CSS, and I feel like it was more like of old school stuff. Now that I'm getting into it more, I guess there's a lot more technology out there that comes with it, and we were working on some jQuery, whatever. So I started taking a Udemy class online, and I'm getting into some React and building some basic React stuff, and I'm going to be graduating in May, and I'd like to maybe start building some small projects. I'm not kind of sure where to go. I know like the next step in my class is like Redux and getting into JSON and some things like that. And do you think that I should keep just pursuing and learning more of these technologies, or should I start trying to like build projects too, like in between?
You should learn by building rather than learn by tutorial hell. Don't get stuck in like, all right, on this line we'll do this, and this is like, I would recommend.
Yeah.
I'd recommend you jump into something and be. I wouldn't say like be totally in the deep end, but be a majority in the deep end. Be like, I don't really know what's going on, but make sure it works, and you can watch it work, and then look at that code and find the pieces that do. You know, you click this button, it logs you in. Look at how that's happening, and then make your own thing with it. So.
Okay, because like I understand, like I do understand the front end and back end. I've learned some SQL and stuff in advanced database in class, and I'd like to eventually be able to build some type of thing where you could like log in and register. I feel like that'd be something I should try to work on eventually, but I haven't got into any languages that connect like PHP or anything. And I feel like is that like the most main language to connect the front end and back end?
There's you're gonna get some differing opinions on that one, my friend. You're gonna get like.
Okay.
You're going to get PHP is useless, PHP is dead, PHP is, and then you're going to get the same thing for Ruby, and everyone's going to be like, well, just use Node because you can use JavaScript and JavaScript. I recommend just find a tutorial that you like and do that thing. And, okay, actually, I'll take that back. Don't do Ruby. Do everything else. That's my solution.
Okay.
I would do PHP because I know PHP, and I think it's easier for me. I would do PHP, Python, or Node.
Okay, yeah, because the class I'm taking, the two things that does go into is Node and PHP, so I guess it's kind of pointing me in the right direction.
Yeah, you can do that. Or if you want to skip that, just do Firebase. Look up Firebase is like it's a cloud database type deal. It's Google bottom out. They have documentation. So if you want to set up like a basic database, just go hit up Firebase. It's free to use. It'll let you create a login and stuff. I mean, there's a whole bunch of tutorials around Firebase. Super popular, and you kind of get to skip learning an entire new language.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm just going to keep learning in the meantime. I had about 5 months till I graduate. I'm full-time, so I'm kind of just doing schoolwork and working on this on the outside.
That's what
So
you
I'm just
need.
gonna keep
That's what
getting
employers want to see.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause there's nothing you can't really. And the thing is, I don't want to have to go to back to like a boot camp and pay more money, this and that after school. I'd rather just kind of self-learn, and I feel like I'm already getting a good basis on it to where I don't need to get into a boot camp, and I can kind of start working on projects by myself.
Yeah, I don't think you should have to go to boot camp. You've paid enough for your graduate to get a degree. So I would stick with self-learning because you're on the right path. Just keep doing and then keep building, but understand what's going on, because you're going to get a code test and you're not going to have something to reverse engineer from. You're going to get a code test that's like, build this thing from scratch, and you're going to be like, well, I don't have anything to reverse engineer from and figure out how it's working. So understand how things are working.
Exactly. I feel like when I read something, and I mean, basically when I talk about JavaScript, like I've done a lot in vanilla JavaScript in that Udemy course. Like there's just a bunch of tutorials and a lot of coding exercises I've been through, and I feel like I can understand and read it for the most part, but sometimes building it, I don't always understand just like maybe the syntax. And I've worked in some things, like even looking at your other videos with like the map reduce and filter and some of the loops and things like that I've gotten into. Do you think I should just keep practicing and practicing those things in JavaScript so I like get this down pat pretty good?
I wouldn't say do the same thing over and over. That's the definition of insanity. I would say try to build something with the same concept. Build a different thing with the same concept over and over. Don't copy and paste a loop or make a loop and then change the values inside of it and do it again. Like, build something different using the same concepts, which is what any job wants. I'm building a new app. Oh, JavaScript, same concept. So, sorry, that's kind of soft and not exactly what to build.
Yeah, no, I got you. It's kind of hard. So I'm not like a designer by eye. I guess like I can't really look at something and say, okay, like.
But you can't right now. But you can learn. Everyone's like, oh, I'm not a designer. You can become a designer. It is a skill.
Yeah.
You don't have to have an eye for like talent is overrated 100% of the time. There was two groups of people. I think I've told this before, but basically talent is overrated, and so you can learn it. And there was two groups of people played the same song twice, and they told the group of people like, all right, this guy is just talented, and they played the song again, and they were like, all right, this guy he's hardworking, and he's been working for like 15 years, and they were like, all right, which one do you think is better? And the groups were like, oh, the first one, yeah, he's talented, and like everyone just thinks that's so great, but it was the exact same song of the dude actually worked hard, and it just looks talent. So don't say I don't have. That's great. You don't have that now, but you can.
Yeah, and I feel like I don't know if this makes sense. Like the more you like are into building web apps and web pages, like you kind of just develop more of an eye for it, and you see kind of what people want. Because I feel like it all ends up being semi-similar at the end, right?
The concepts transfer, and you're gonna get a little weirdness with object-oriented programming differences, but loops are loops. Variables are variables. So
yeah,
I mean, I would just stick to keep building things, man.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep working on little projects. I've got my whole GitHub set up, and I learned how to use it through I'm in Windows, so I'm using the command prompt and learning how to push and commit everything. So I'm starting to build tiny little projects, but I feel like more and more it just looks better in the end once I get out and start applying.
Definitely, 100%.
Awesome. Well, hey, I appreciate your time. Have a good day, and thanks for everything.
Thanks, man. Thanks for calling. Thanks for having the guts to do this. First time we ever done it. I'm just as nervous as everyone else here.
Yeah, I know. I've been dealing with school or whatever, so I kind of just, okay, well, I can do this on my own. Like, if I learn how to study at school and learn things there, I can learn some things on the side. And that one scripting class I took, and it's just like, wow, it's pretty cool. I can actually understand it. 'Cause I wasn't real big into the CS degree. And I was in more to hardware, but I'm like, this doesn't seem right for me. I don't want to start off answering phone for 2 years, like if your computer plugged in, because I feel like I have more potential than that, and I just didn't want to go down that route.
Don't be the guy that's like, well, have you tried powering it off and back on? So I get you.
Exactly. Yep.
Cool, man.
Either or. Have a good one. Thank you.
Thanks for calling.
All right. Bye.
Later. All right, let me get a sip of this water real quick. We'll continue on. I think the stream has been very productive. Master Fluke JS? Maybe. All right. Last one. How's it going? How can I help?
Hello. Hey.
What's up, man?
How are you?
I'm good. You?
I'm good. I have like 2 questions. The first one being, I'm not sure if you talked about it, but what's your opinion on like leak code and like does it actually have is it like important for interviews? Because when I go online, I see a ton of comments about should be focusing on leak code because when you go to interviews, that's what you're going to be asked. If you're not capable of doing that in a well manner, then it's going to be a deficit for your internships or interviews. So what do you think about that?
So it's not really reflective of what you actually do on the job. They just want to see your problem-solving skills. Practicing on leak code is practicing problem-solving skills. Don't practice getting the right answer. Practice working through the problem. Answer is irrelevant. They just want to see that you can talk through in the interview and be like, well, to get to this, we'd have to do this, but wait a second, that wouldn't be very optimized. Or they might say that to you. Like, well, that's not very optimized. How could you fix that? And you'd be like, well, yeah, I guess I could see. Let me think, right? And then you're just like talking out loud as you're doing it. That's the only reason they're there for. They're not like if you're front-end dev. You're front-end dev. You're not
Battery
building.
low.
Oh, battery low. You're not going to be building. You're not going to be building like the machine learning algorithm for whatever the app is. You're front-end dev.
Okay, so you're saying it's more about getting your thought process than actually answering it correctly, seeing if you could like deduce something from the problem itself.
Exactly. They just want to see how you solve problems and your ability to communicate as you're solving the problems. Because if they hire you and they don't give you that and you get the job and then like you get stuck, what are you going to do? Are you going to come talk to them, or are you going to be like, if you have you're going to like, can you communicate basically? Like what happens when you get stuck on the job if they don't give you this? You might not say anything.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
So, what about in your experiences in interviews? Have you encountered a lot of leak code questions? Just out of curiosity.
Leak code itself, I don't really remember if it was from Leak Code or not. There's a few different places. You got HackerRank, you got Leak Code, and you got Interview Cake. I've seen a couple Interview Cake problems.
So, are those common? Because I did my first internship recently. It was my first year in computer science, so it didn't ask us like any types. I rarely got those questions. I was curious if that's happening for more experienced developers or not.
It depends. What's your stack? Code Wars also.
Right now, my internship was in, for example, was in Angular and C# pretty much. A bit of Razor Pages, ASP.NET.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly from when I was applying, it was basically purely Java. So they just asked me a couple questions like about object-oriented programming, inheritance, etc. So I didn't really get that many leak code questions. So I was just curious if that was maybe because they saw I hadn't done data structures and algorithms yet, or if it's just a lot of companies don't ask. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, so there's no commonality. It's based on the company. Google asked them, Facebook asked them, Amazon asked them, Apple asked them. A lot of companies will just be like, hey, here's a project. They'll give you a time limit. You got 4 days to make it. Just make Git commits as you go, so we can see a rough time estimate of how long it took you to do each task inside that project. Those are really common as well.
Okay.
Sometimes you'll get both, but it's usually one or the other. But
okay.
Or you'll have lead code type questions, algorithms, data structures, which are really kind of more computer science-y type jobs. When I say that, like software engineer, you're working in like Java. And
that's what I was thinking. I was thinking like maybe like web development or / like full stack. It's probably not asked as much.
Yeah.
Compared to other.
Absolutely not. It's more of like I would say Java and like really older kind of object-oriented programming languages.
Because the reason I'm asking is like I'm on my Christmas break now, so I had like the option of grinding out, like studying a bunch of leak code or doing like a side project, and like I opted for a project because I felt like something I enjoy more, and I feel like it's going to demonstrate my skills as a web developer more than doing a bunch of data structures and algorithm questions. That was my decision. So I was just trying to see if it's correct or if it's.
I would say you made the correct one.
Okay, cool.
They're just not reflective of what the work day would be like. You might
Yeah.
have to think through a
Yeah.
problem, or like, oh, I can't get this .map to work with this data of nested objects of array, like, you know what I mean, like, or nested array of objects. And so I think you might get stuck. You might have to like walk them through how you're setting up the data or whatever. So stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I think I took a lot of time, so that'll be it. Thank you for everything, and have a good day.
Cool, man. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, bye.
See you. All right. I'm closing it down because I have to go teach a student here in about 7 minutes. So that was good. I don't know if you guys enjoy the stream. You want to see more of these? We might get a lot of duplicate questions, but it'd be fun. Be good. No, you don't. Yeah, I gotta go in about 7 minutes, so we'll hang out for like a couple more minutes, and then I'll go. So if you guys have any questions in the chat, let me know. I'll put the music back on now. Hopefully you had fun. Couple trolls in there, spice it up a little bit. It's better than you answering questions in the chat. It works on my people skills. You interact with different people all day, every day. I'm mean. You can't let words hurt you, man. If you let words hurt you, anyone can hurt you. Keep that battery low on loop, yeah. What kind of drone do I have? This is a Mavic 2 Zoom. Have you ever tried SSR or Static React? I've never tried it. It's a weird song. Skip. Have you heard of Outco? Let's take a look. It's a training school. The Career Accelerator. Referral. What is this? Complete the form below. You get $200 for every person you refer. That's fantastic, but what are the outcomes looking like, and is there a guarantee? Oh, so this is just like for practicing. Okay, yeah, it looks pretty good. If it's not a boot camp and it's just like good computer science, data structure, algorithm stuff, yeah, definitely do it, 100%. Four minutes. Share the link. Sure. This looks like it basically helps you with data structure algorithms. How do you call? You can't call anymore. I ended it. It's locked. End meeting. Have you ever talked to anyone from Europe that's gone to Code Institute? You just signed up, you're gonna try it. Connor. I saw your comment earlier. Yeah, I work with people. Connor, I work with a lot of people in Europe. Actually, Connor, it's funny because I know you're in Ireland. The lady that I'm going to meet here in the next 3 minutes also lives in Ireland, and I'm teaching her how to code. So, that'd be good. What kind of headphones do I have? This is Corsair RGB. Void. If my subs want to donate something to the channel that you can use for a giveaway, would that be okay? When you say something, is it an item or is it money? Because if people donate money towards a giveaway to my channel, I don't get that money. It doesn't go to a PayPal that I can just take out. And then number two, it messes with my taxes. I have to report that as income, whereas that's not, it's not for me, it's for the giveaway. And so, yeah, but mainly that's the issue. What did I miss? Did I miss anything? I didn't miss anything. 69 likes. Well, if you're here and you did enjoy the stream, please hit the like button. It'll let me know if we need to do these again, if you guys enjoyed them. So most of the time I'm just like, I'll take your questions, but I thought this would be way more interactive, more fun. How much did you learn before you apply to jobs? Bruh, that's a hard question, man. Alright, I'm out. I got less than 60 seconds before I gotta teach, so it's been real. How much is mentoring? Shoot me an email. Josh, you should code on stream and explain what you're doing. Do something small like a login page. It's not small. You have authentication, you have database, you have the front end connecting to that. You're passing all that data using posts, requests, and then maybe bcrypt or whatever for hashing the passwords. Like, there's more to it than that, and people might not know what you're doing, and then people bounce. So that's a problem with coding. But hopefully you enjoyed the stream. I enjoyed helping you guys out, and have a good one. I'll see you later for the video about hacking GitLab. Bye, guys.